Throughout history, humanity has been full of surprises, but some individuals have completely rewritten the rule book of what we thought was possible. Imagine conditions so rare and abilities so baffling that even top scientists are left scratching their heads. From unbelievable physical traits to mind-bending genetic mysteries, these are the stories of 15 people who've shattered the boundaries of what it means to be human. Let's explore these mind-blowing anomalies that science just can't fully explain. Number 15. The Man with the Golden Arm. James Harrison's story is one of compassion, determination, and an incredibly rare gift. After undergoing a life-saving blood transfusion at 14, Harrison vowed to pay it forward. What he didn't know was that his blood contained a unique antibody that could prevent Rh incompatibility, a condition that endangers unborn babies. Over the next 60 years, Harrison donated blood weekly, saving the lives of over 2.4 million babies. Dubbed the Man with the Golden Arm, his plasma was used to develop an anti-D vaccine, transforming the outlook for countless families. Imagine being the reason millions of lives were saved. That was James Harrison. When he retired at 81, his extraordinary contributions were celebrated across Australia. His story reminds us of the profound impact one person can make, proving that sometimes being a hero isn't about capes or fame. It's about kindness and showing up for others, again and again. Number 14. Flexible eyeballs. If the idea of popping your eyeballs out of their sockets makes you cringe, you're not alone. But for a small number of people, this bizarre ability is entirely natural. Known as globe luxation, it occurs when shallow eye sockets or conditions like floppy eyelid syndrome allow the eyeballs to extend outward. Some people can even do it intentionally, turning this oddity into a shocking party trick. For eye doctors, it's a surreal sight during routine exams, and likely a career moment they won't forget. While unsettling to watch, globe luxation is typically harmless and can be easily managed. Still, it's a reminder that our bodies are capable of things both fascinating and utterly gross, depending on your perspective. What do you think about it? Number 13. Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, or in simple and easy words, EDS, is a rare connective tissue disorder that gives those affected remarkably stretchy skin and hyper-flexible joints. Gary Turner, a world record holder, turned his condition into a career as a sideshow performer, impressing audiences with his ability to stretch his skin to jaw-dropping lengths. His most famous feat? Stretching his abdominal skin over 6 inches, earning him the Guinness World Record. While EDS can cause joint pain and other complications, Gary's story is a testament to resilience. Instead of seeing his condition as a limitation, he embraced it, using it to create a career that's both unique and inspiring. His journey reminds us that even the most unusual challenges can be transformed into extraordinary opportunities. Number 12. Hercules body. Imagine having a body so muscular that you barely need to lift a finger at the gym. That's the reality for people with myostatin-related muscle hypertrophy, a rare genetic condition that causes rapid muscle growth. One extraordinary example is Nguyen Hoang Nam, a 10-year-old boy from Vietnam who looks like he could go toe-to-toe with Hercules. Dubbed Superman syndrome by local media, Nam's condition doesn't necessarily mean he's superhumanly strong. It simply causes his muscles to develop far beyond the average. While this might sound like a dream for some, it comes with challenges, like muscle stiffness and limited flexibility. Still, Nam embraces his unique body and dreams of becoming a bodybuilder, a career where his genetic edge might truly shine. Whether we like it or not, our genetics play a massive role in shaping who we are. In Nam's case, his condition has given him an unconventional yet unique physique. Number 11. Vestigial tail. Human bodies are full of surprises, and the vestigial tail is one of the strangest. Occasionally, someone is born with a small, fleshy tail. Yes, an actual tail. While it doesn't serve any practical purpose, it's a fascinating reminder of our evolutionary history. Scientists believe it harks back to a time when our distant ancestors, primates, relied on tails for balance and movement. But as we evolved, the tailbone, our coccyx, became its replacement, and tails became unnecessary. Still, the human body doesn't always play by the rules, and these rare anomalies appear. Doctors often remove them for cosmetic reasons, but they're harmless, posing no medical threat. What's puzzling is why our bodies sometimes cling to features we no longer need. It's as if nature refuses to let go of the past, keeping little remnants of our evolutionary story. The vestigial tail is a quirky, unexplainable reminder of how our bodies hold on to history in unique ways. Number 10. Morton's toe. Have you ever noticed someone whose second toe is longer than their big toe? That's Morton's toe, a surprisingly common trait named after Dr. Dudley Morton, who first studied it. It's caused by a longer second metatarsal bone, giving the appearance of an extra-long second toe. Around 15% of the population has this quirky feature, and while it might seem unusual, it's completely harmless. Interestingly, Morton's toe has been linked to ancient statues like the Venus de Milo and even athletic performance. Some believe it offers better balance, though science hasn't fully confirmed that. People with Morton's toe often joke about their royal feet, since it's seen in classical art. Beyond its aesthetic uniqueness, this condition is just another way the human body reminds us of its diversity. Whether it's a genetic quirk or an evolutionary throwback, Morton's toe is a harmless, fun conversation starter that makes those who have it feel a little extra special. Number 9. Ectopia cordis, a heartbreaking reality. Wearing your heart on your sleeve takes a literal turn with ectopia cordis, a condition so rare it affects just 8 in every 1 million babies. In these cases, infants are born with their hearts partially or entirely outside their chests. This severe anomaly is often accompanied by other birth defects, making survival a heartbreaking challenge. Tragically, most babies with ectopia cordis are stillborn or live only a few days. However, modern medicine has worked miracles, with some children surviving longer through complex surgical interventions. The cause of this condition remains a mystery, leaving scientists to piece together clues. Though theories exist, there's no definitive answer, just hope that medical advancements will one day provide solutions. Ectopia cordis serves as a sobering reminder of the fragility of human development and the incredible resilience of those who face life's toughest challenges. All right, guys, now, let's head over to Number 8. Tetrachromacy. Most of us see the world in 3 dimensions of color, thanks to 3 types of cone cells in our eyes. But imagine having a 4th, a rare ability known as tetrachromacy. People with this condition can differentiate colors with unmatched clarity, perceiving shades that most of us can't even imagine. While this might not make someone a superhero, it does give them an edge in fields like art and design. It's estimated that tetrachromacy affects a small percentage of the population, predominantly women, and is linked to a genetic mutation. Some researchers even speculate that it could enhance vision in dim lighting, though this hasn't been conclusively tested. For those with tetrachromacy, the world is a richer, more vibrant place, a testament to the fascinating ways our bodies can push the limits of perception. Number 7. Polydactyly. Human anomalies aren't just fascinating, they're proof of how wonderfully diverse our genetics can be. Polydactyly, for instance, is a rare condition where individuals are born with extra fingers or toes. Affecting approximately 1 in 1,000 people worldwide, it might sound like something out of a sci-fi novel, but for those who have it, it's simply a part of life. Take Joandri Hernandez Garrido, a remarkable individual with 24 fully functional digits. Unlike many cases where the extra fingers or toes are underdeveloped, Joandri's are perfectly formed, making him an exceptional example of this condition. Polydactyly is typically harmless and often runs in families. In some cases, people opt for surgical correction, but others, like Joandri, see it as a unique blessing. Beyond its aesthetic intrigue, this anomaly showcases the incredible variety of human biology and reminds us that what may seem unusual at first glance often becomes a beautiful part of someone's story. Number 6. DEC2 gene. Ever feel like there just aren't enough hours in the day? For most of us, sleep takes up a good chunk of time, but for a lucky few, it's a different story. In 2009, scientists discovered a fascinating mutation in the DEC2 gene in a mother and daughter who only needed 6 hours of sleep to feel fully rested. This genetic twist, found in about 4 in 100,000 people, allows them to thrive on less sleep without feeling groggy or sacrificing their health. Unlike the rest of us who struggle to function on limited rest, these short sleepers seem to operate on a different biological clock. Imagine having an extra hour or two every day to get things done. It's a dream for workaholics. Sadly, this rare gift isn't something you can develop or train yourself into. It's purely genetic. For the rest of us, sticking to 7 or 8 hours of sleep will have to do. Number 5. Preauricular pits. Have you ever noticed a tiny hole or indent just above someone's ear? That's called a preauricular pit, and while it's rare, it's completely harmless. These small skin-lined openings form during fetal development and are present at birth. Most people with preauricular pits don't even notice them, as they rarely cause symptoms. Occasionally, the pits can become infected, but this is easily treated with antibiotics or minor surgery. What makes them so fascinating is their variability. Some people have 1 pit, others have 2, and a few even have multiple small holes. While they don't serve a known purpose, they're considered an interesting evolutionary remnant, possibly linked to our aquatic ancestors. If you have one, you can wear it as a badge of uniqueness. After all, how many people can say they have such a rare feature that sparks curiosity wherever they go? Number 4. Edward Mordrake. Edward Mordrake's story is the stuff of nightmares and fascination. Born into English nobility, Edward was admired for his intelligence and charm, but he carried a dark secret, literally. On the back of his head was a second face, hauntingly lifelike, yet non-functional. Edward claimed this second face whispered sinister things, tormenting him day and night. Desperate for relief, he begged doctors to remove it, but none dared to risk the procedure. The whispers allegedly grew so unbearable that Edward tragically ended his own life. His condition, known as diprosopis, is an extremely rare congenital disorder where parts of the face are duplicated. While modern science provides some understanding of such anomalies, Edward's case remains shrouded in mystery and sorrow. His tale has inspired countless legends and even fictional portrayals in pop culture, but the real story serves as a chilling reminder of the human body's complexities and how sometimes those complexities become curses. Now, let's talk about number 3. Outie belly button. Belly buttons are such a simple thing until they aren't. Most people have an innie, but about 10% of the population sports an outie. This difference isn't genetic or even that mysterious. It all comes down to how the umbilical cord heals after birth. When the umbilical stump detaches, the scar left behind becomes your belly button, and the way it heals determines whether it's an innie or an outie. Contrary to popular myths, outies aren't caused by anything you did or didn't do as a baby. They're just one of those harmless quirks that make us unique. People with outies often feel self-conscious about them, but really, they're just another beautiful variation of the human body. Whether innie or outie, every belly button is a reminder of the bond we once shared with our mothers. And honestly, who knew something so small could hold such a big part of our story? Number 2. Heterochromia. Heterochromia is one of those rare traits that instantly grabs attention. It's when someone's eyes are two different colors, or a single eye has patches of varying hues. Caused by differences in melanin distribution, this genetic anomaly is harmless and, in most cases, doesn't affect vision. While heterochromia is more common in animals like huskies or cats, it's incredibly rare in humans, affecting fewer than 200,000 people in the US. David Bowie famously appeared to have heterochromia, though his condition was caused by an eye injury rather than genetics. For those lucky enough to have it naturally, it's a striking feature that often sparks curiosity. Imagine walking into a room and people can't help but be fascinated by your eyes. It's a built-in icebreaker. Whether inherited or a random mutation, heterochromia reminds us that beauty in the human body comes in endless, unexpected forms, making each individual truly one of a kind. Number 1. Sirenomelia. Sirenomelia, or mermaid syndrome, sounds magical, but its reality is far from a fairy tale. This rare congenital condition causes the legs to fuse together, creating a shape reminiscent of a mermaid's tail. However, the condition often brings severe health challenges. Many infants born with sirenomelia face complications such as underdeveloped kidneys, gastrointestinal issues, and spinal abnormalities. Tragically, most cases are fatal within days of birth due to the associated medical complications. What's even more puzzling is that the cause remains unknown. Scientists have yet to identify a clear genetic or environmental link, with cases appearing to occur randomly. Despite the grim prognosis, there are rare instances of survival, showcasing the resilience of the human body and spirit. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon.